Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Please, I'm done because there was some issue, small issue. Sorry.
Please mute, ma'am. Please mute your video and audio. I will just start. Hare Krishna. Dear parents, once again, welcome on behalf of Neve Nature Plus for today's workshop by our esteemed educationist, Ms. Kalpana Mohan. By now, I think you all will be familiar with ma'am. She's been giving us amazing workshops every alternate Saturdays. Thank you, ma'am, once again. And as you all know, ma'am has been a teacher by profession, and she hails from Bangalore with a vast 35 years of teaching and administrative experience to go with. She served as a principal in Vidyashilp Academy, ranked among the top 10 IGCSE schools in India for over 18 years. She has presented several papers and possesses a great passion for education-related activities. She has won several awards, and her contributions are amazing towards education. A brief on the day's topic, Chanakya on social responsibility. Kautilya's Arthashastra says, the world is supported or looked after through ethics. According to Chanakya, the root meaning of dharma is that which supports. The standards of public governance in the Mauryan Empire was ably set and guided by Kautilya. Today, Kalpana ma'am will be talking about what are the components of social responsibility, ethical, legal, economic, and philanthropic, according to Chanakya, and more. Over to you, ma'am, to entice the audience once again, and welcome once again on behalf of all of them. Hare Krishna. Ma'am, you're on mute, ma'am. Please unmute.
Yeah. You have given a very beautiful preamble for whatever the Chanakya is saying today. So what I want to convey is that like Chanakya was a person who was having huge amount of experience and also did a lot of things for politically and also social reforms in his country. He was the one who could really bring in people, little of fear, little of love, because everybody dreaded to speak against Chanakya because Chanakya was very powerful and was one person who was mentoring his king. But what he gave as a social responsibility or political responsibility is actually apt even today. I could select few of them which can be relevant today. One second thing is some of them which we may not know earlier. So that's what is my idea. It is not only social responsibility, how socially people should live is my idea. So what I am going to do today is I'm starting Chanakya's thoughts on certain issues and how a person, a citizen can live in the country. So next time when we do, we can add few philosophies of him and get back to the people. So Karan, just immediately without wasting much time, I will just go into my presentation and I will request everybody to post your questions in your chat box so that we can answer it at the end. So let's go straight into our, I think share screen is allowed here. So, you know very well, today I'm talking about social responsibility, but I'm going to mix it between social responsibility and the important things what a citizen should do. Let's start or let's begin the topic. The topic says Chanakya or Kautilya, that his name is a political treatise, diplomacy and Niti Shastra. Little does people know that Chanakya was the reason for Alexander the Great's return from Indus River. He chased him away. His theories are still practiced by many great leaders even today. Two of his great creation includes Kautilya's Arthasastra and Chanakya Niti. Whatever the excerpts today I am going to talk is from Chanakya Niti. Arthasastra is completely political. The people are talking about politics, but still there are some issues which is connecting to politics from social, which is again given in Chanakya Niti also. Chanakya Niti is the Niti, it's not like Manu Dharma or anything. It is his way of looking at the society and how the society can be reformed with the king and with the subjects and the responsibility of people also. But when Chanakya was telling all these things to the people, that time there was a lot of unmindful things were happening because of the unruly behavior of Dhanananda. So he could really relate to people who are having a bad government too. So he was giving the responsibility to the people how a bad government can be converted to a good government if the people know their responsibility. So let us start like that. And you know what? Chanakya always taken a great deal of importance for the animals and their behaviors. He has done a lot. So there were some 20 virtues he derived from animals. So that is what we are going to see first. And so that will connect to the social responsibility of people. So as I told you, Kautilya's Arthasastra is the king's behavior, etc. And even Danda Niti, that what punishments have to be given. And Chanakya Niti is in the direction of common people on how to live a good life and how to be aware of the risks with solution and how to tackle them. So that's what. But we are not going to do so much awareness of task and tackle them and all. Just to give good life what we need to do as a person, as a common man. Chanakya admires the behavior of almost all animals. He revered them. He actually was very, very fond of them actually. So what we'll do, one by one, we'll see how he wants to see. We have to learn from the animals. That's what Chanakya says. One thing from lion, one from a crane, 4 from a cock, 5 from a crow, 6 from a dog, and 3 from an ass. This many things are there. We have to learn from these animals: lion, crane, cock, crow, dog, ass. An ass is normally a donkey or something. So let's go one by one. What the animal tell us through Chanakya. First thing he said, the one excellent thing that can be learned from a lion is that whatever a man intends doing should be done by him wholeheartedly and with strenuous efforts. This is the biggest social responsibility. In a country where you require people to work a little more towards the government and its upliftment, what a person should do, that we learn from lion. What lion does? Lion work completely and wholeheartedly. Whatever the lion does, they will do wholeheartedly. The lion will not spare any stone unturned to get its goal. That's what is the first responsibility of any citizen. And also strenuous effort. Without effort, there is nothing we can do. There is no luck in the world. The entire effort of person converts into the product, and that you call it as luck. So strenuous efforts, again, lion won't leave even single second to catch its prey or any other thing what he wants to do. So from lion, we need to learn as a person, as a common man, that we need to work wholeheartedly and we need to have strenuous efforts. This is the first responsibility of a human being. The second one, a crane. You know crane, isn't it? So crane is, in Tamil, we call it as cook. Okay, the crane. The wise man should restrain his senses like crane and accomplish his purpose with due knowledge of his place, time, and ability. So what crane does? Crane stands in one place even hours together. Okay, why? He will not catch all the fishes. The fishes will keep going. But he will catch a fish which will suffice his hunger. Odumeen oda urumeen varumvarai vadi irukumam kokku. It is there in Tamil. That means he will not catch everything. it'll be it's small fishes are his waste for him. He will set his goal on a particular fish, and he'll stand forever. He'll be standing and looking whether his fish is coming. Then, and he picks it up. So he will have a play where whoever is working for the government, whoever is working for themselves, whoever is people who are really a big merchant or anybody should see and should focus and should set a goal so that he attains what he wants to do. And how he has to set a goal. You can't set a goal which is above your capacity. You should know yourself. That's the biggest social responsibility what we have. We also know which place we should do, what time we should do, and what is our ability to do it. The capacity to work is very crucial. Everybody cannot think the other people, I can work like other people. Everybody has got their own potential. That you may be thinking that I can do so much like how others are doing, but you may not be able to do. Today, one child who is playing in the gully, started playing cricket, may aspire to become a Virat Kohli. But the child who cannot even hold a bat cannot think that way. So what he can do, how he can change, convert his ideas, how he can make his own attainable goals is the social responsibility. We can't just waste time in acquiring skills which are not possible. So now here comes the responsibility of people. I am able to do this, so I will contribute in this way to the society rather than thinking somebody else is doing something. We can't keep comparing ourselves to people who may or may not have our potential. Some may have more potential, some may have less potential. So no comparison. What you or me can do can be done. Otherwise, we will waste time. That's where we have to follow the crane according to Chanakya. Then he says, cock. That is our very famous personality who wakes up early in the morning. So wake up at the proper time. It's not only getting up from sleep. It is getting up from the place when from slumber, what we have. Oh, we may be thinking it's okay, we can do it later. Procrastination, we should not do that. That's the first point what Chanakya makes with using cock. You wake up on time. It's not sleeping. It's not anything. It's not the one which we are talking about, waking up from slumber and sleep. We are talking about waking up on right time and do not push time management. It's one line, it's become time management. That is, procrastination should be avoided. So wake up on time. Take a bold stand and fight. If I have decided that what I can do is correct, stand. See, there will be a lot of difference between bold and the courageous. Courage is standing for the right. Bold is normally taken little negative, but here it is not. If any small thing, even if snake comes near the egg of a cock or a hen, you know the way in which that cock will fight. They will chase the snake. That kind of power they have, and they fight. Similarly, we know this is our potential. Similarly, we know this is what we are going to do, and why we have to be shying ourselves away. If we have shyness about money, no merchant can win. So, bold and fight is very important. Where it is applicable, everywhere it is applicable. In social life, boldness and the spirit of fighting for good, not negative way, for good, is a big social responsibility. You know, like we when we see movies, we see somebody standing for right. All heroes will always say bad man, good man, everything is there. We always applaud the hero. Why? Because the hero stands for the right things. He does something which is correct. So we applaud them. So we need to be that. As a social or as a citizen of a country, when something wrong is happening, when we can stand against it, we are doing our duty. That is a responsibility. To make fair division among relatives, that is, we cannot just say one person is good and one person in the, you can see in marriages and all those things, one person coming in the car is welcomed with lot more enthusiasm than a person coming by walking. You see, you judge by people with their wealth, not by their conduct. So there we have to be very, very careful. As a responsibility, as a citizen, we need to treat everybody alike, whether he's a rich man or a poor man, whether he's a very big shot or something like that. The alikeness, the giving the little share of for all this relative is very important. Then earns one own bread. This is very basically basic responsibility of any citizen, that they have to eat their, earn for their own food. They have to do something. See, actually, Chanakya never encouraged begging, but he has encouraged, if anybody wants to give alms to somebody, you should give. So we need to work for our own food. And how we have to earn the food? By personal exertion. It's not by go and hit on somebody and take money. We have to work for it. So working always gives a very related effort towards the government, and the government will cherish, and we also will be very comfortable and very happy and satisfied that we have earning our own bread. And these are all the excellent qualities which a cock has got. From that, we need to learn as a social person, as a responsibility of a citizen. Then comes crow. Crow is like a very, very big lesson it gives us. Union in privacy. Union means like they have, if you put something for a crow, it will start ka 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 and gets all his friends to come together. They will eat together, and they will know, they will not eat in like that. They will only those people. All crows will be together to eat it. So that is union in privacy. They will always together. Boldness again. Here, crow also gives boldness. Crow, one crow is dead, the entire crow will be there. So crow clan will be there to call people. They'll all cry actually. And they will take action. If something is attacking them, they'll attack them boldly back. Storing away useful items. Whenever it is something which is good for them, starting from their nest, small twigs and everything, they will keep in one place. Before even constructing a nest, there will be collection of this thing. Maybe one small piece of wood, small piece of paper, or small plastic sheet, or a small feathers. Everything they will collect and keep in one place. That's something that means to say, as a social person, we have to be ready for a rainy day. We can't always be, sometimes see, the COVID time is a very important time. The people who have not saved, people who don't have money, people who have not done anything in their life, just eating, then very, very myopic in their approach, all have suffered. But the people who have kept something for the future, something for the rainy day, they all could survive during this time. How it has happened? Because it is a responsibility of the citizen. Everything and anything government cannot give. 10 days before they announce rains are coming, 10 days before it's going to be a storm and thing. But people are very careless. After the rain hits and the flooded everywhere, crying, government didn't do anything. Every time government cannot come catch hand. We need to protect ourselves in so many ways. That is the responsibility of the citizen. Not only protect ourselves, try to protect others also. People who are weak, we need to protect. If there is your maid or somebody living in a place where it cannot be covered or anything, they can be given support. They can be given food or anything. For that also we need to save. So many things are coming into limelight by how social responsibility is very important for a citizen. That is storing away useful food, useful items. When whatever is required, we need to store. That's why we know we are in olden days and all, every temple has got huge granaries. And also the people who are cultivating farmers, they will come to temple, give the first one. Even today, if you go to Melakote Selvanarayana temple or Srirangam temple in Srirangam, the produce of the farmers are little given to the temple, and the temple is not eating everything. Temple will store in the granary. Why they should go in the granary? When there is a rainy day, when people are coming to, earlier temples were the places where when the rain or any floods coming, they will come and live in temples. There, that is a place for coming and getting shelter. There are all already automatic shelters for to protect yourself. So that particular time, the granary will be open and food will be given to everybody. That is why it was taken as a temple is very, we should not live in a place where there is no temple. That was the proverb. So useful items crow keeps. That's one of the very responsible, big responsibility of a citizen. It's a social responsibility again. Watchfulness. What's happening around us? How we have to take care. Neighbor. Now today, because we don't know who is our neighbor itself. Nobody knows. If you ask your neighbor's name, oh, they must be here. I don't know. They will say. But what the same thing may happen to us future. Somebody would have died and you could have seen in papers like 10, 15 days the man has died and nobody was there, and only when some stink started coming they came and checked and the man is dead 10 days before. So that is the kind of bad life we are living. Watchfulness. Oh, that man is coming. You know one story, if it happened, I'll tell you one small incident that happened in a company. In a company, there is always one woman who goes to the storage and check every day and come out. And what she does is she goes, and when going she will say good morning or good morning to the watchman, and while going back she'll say good evening to the watchman. So what happened one day, she goes inside into the storage where it's completely cold, and it was almost like end of the day. Somebody has locked the storage from outside and they go away, and it's a storage, she would have easily dead. And after almost like in 45 minutes, she was like, she didn't know what to do. She could call anybody. That was the time there was no cell phones or anything, and from storage place there will be no signals also. So about around 45 minutes, one watchman coming and opening that door, and she was saying, how did you know that I'm here? And that man is telling, you always wished me while going and were coming and getting into the school office, and going when wished me when you are going out. So I watched it properly, and you didn't wish me good evening today, so I came and checked whether you are still there inside. So see the way, one small gesture saying good morning and good evening, and also the watchfulness of that watchman. He would have just skipped it also. That man was very watchful. That is a social responsibility we are talking about. Please take care of your surroundings. Very important. When we are going to be so self-centered, others also going to be self-centered. We won't have that kind of social connect at all. The very important thing in life is the social connect. If you are going to give one small help to people on the road, they don't need to give back anything to you, but I think they will remember to do the same thing to other person. Oh, that woman helped me, I will help others. It'll be a chain reaction. It's so good. So that's how the watchfulness will take care. Just watch what's happening on the road while going. And normally I see people when they sit in the train, they keep sleeping. But I've seen always till it is light is there. I used to see outside what is there in that. Why? I mean, somewhere, someplace we can see some very good thing happening. So it will affect our life. It will be useful for our life. So watchfulness is very crucial. What the crow does, you must be seeing crows sitting on the trees and putting their head like this and looking. So, and another very important factor is coming. I don't know how many people is going to believe this. Not easily trusting others, which is very important. Current general scenario, you cannot just say whatever others say is correct. Even one message coming in WhatsApp, we don't need to trust because it may be untrue. So making correct decision on trusting people. My mentor used to tell me, do not trust yourself also when there are certain issues coming in. Please be very careful when trusting people, because today the situation is when you trust, they just cheat you. And it is not pessimism, it is the watchfulness. It is a careful advice. You be careful. Don't take anything on the face value. Is the social responsibility. And you must learn that. That's what Chanakya says. Learn from whom? From a crow. And these 5 things should be learned from the crow. Okay. The next we go to another very interesting person, dog, our person. Our own friendly person, our loyal friend, dog. Contentment, little or nothing to eat, although one may have great appetite. So when you give little food also, the dog is very happy. On the road, the dogs are running. So they have nothing to eat. That's one point. But they are contented if you give one biscuit. They'll stand near your house even though you don't really rear them. That is the first two things which we have done. Even though nothing to eating, I may have a great appetite, but I'll get contented. And to awaken instantly on and from the deep slumber. we need to see how dogs do. One small tuck, they'll get up. Why? Because they have that kind of alertness. Being alert is very important as a social person. We may think that nothing is happening in for me, but something may happen to us also in future. Next door, there are some COVID patient. Immediately get alert. Immediately call people. Immediately put ourselves into some kind of medication. Tell others this place, please don't come. Wear mask. That is a social responsibility, correct? So those things are taken from the dog. These four. Unflinching devotion to the master. There is no second opinion about it. Dogs are very, very grateful animals. They are very, very close to their masters. You know, dogs always goes with the master, not with the place. So this is one very important thing. Whoever you are working to, whoever you are working with, be loyal to them till you are there, and you should be very careful that you should not put them down anywhere. So this is a very big social responsibility. It's our country. How many people in our country today talk against our country? That is where that they are not even dogs. They can't even compare to dogs. So that's very sad, because they are very, very unloyal to the country. We applaud people doing something outside, but we come and throw same chocolate paper on the road when we come down from the flight. Why we do it? When we are following rules in other country, why can't you do it the same thing here? It's our own country. And for everything, you will throw chocolate paper on the road and you want government to clean it. Why? Why we shouldn't? As a government is made of citizens. Citizens, if they know responsibility and they loyal to the country, then there is always a very easy thing that the country can become good. Bravery. When the master is in trouble, you must see the dog. Actually, small incidents I'm telling in at home also. We have a dog, and the dog, what happens sometimes, if I go and just like playfully just pat my son, he gets angry. He make a one face to me. Why are you hitting my friend? So because they are close to each other, my son and my dog. So the moment he go and put my hand also on the back, my dog will threaten me. So why? Because they are very loyal and they show bravery. Dog knows that I am also his friend only, but nobody should touch the other person. Even my son says something to me, he will bark at my son. Why? Because they are very close to us. Bravery. Similarly, when we have somebody whom we are working for, somebody who depend on us, be loyal to them. Whatever, come what may, we are going to support them. Not in a negative way. If your son is going to go and kill somebody and you are going to support him, not that one. Or go and come and go and do something wrong, or the girl is doing something wrong. You are not going to support them for that. You will correct them. But at the same time, when there is an enmity, there is something which is causing harm to the nation, harm to your house, harm to yourself, be brave. That is what you have to learn from the dog. That is, all these things are coming from an animal. How beautifully Chanakya has taken it out, extracted their qualities and put for the people, because it is very relevant to us, very relevant to every social personality. And now comes the great donkey, ass. What the ass is, although the ass is tired, he continued to have his own burden. See, when you just look into our own families, people who are 65, 70, they all work for the family. Why they do it? I can give you a very simple example of the person who is working in my workplace. The person is a caretaker, or we call them caregivers. The caregivers are, that person is coming from 8:30 to 5 to our place. He will be cleaning this, everything he will do. Then yesterday, I had to go back to my workplace because I left my charger. And I called him, are you coming? Please come, no, in 2 minutes, because I have to open and it's very dark there. So, no, don't worry, ma'am. I'm saying next only I'll come. He came. Then he came and he opened everything. I took my charger and came back. That time he said, where are you going? You're not going home? I asked him. No, madam, nearby there is a hotel. I'm working with them. But when will you go home? 12 o'clock in the night, ma'am. After cleaning everything and all, I will go back. Why you have to work so much, ma'am? Ma'am, I have 2 daughters. I have to get them educated. It is not anything else. You want them to be educated. See the commitment. He's tired. He's working from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the night. But he's tired, but he's still carries his burden. That's what is the social responsibility I'm talking about. He is the epitome of giving social responsibility. He wants to educate his children. For that, he is ready to take any burden. And I'm unmindful of cold and heat. Whatever happens a situation, it's cold, it is raining, it's shining, we need to work. And he is always contented. There is nothing he wants more. He is not greedy. Whatever I need, I will take. I don't want anything extra with me. All these things we should learn from a donkey. Donkey teaches us all. From this, what we should do. The animals are there. They're crow, the lion, the crane, the cock, the dog, and the ass. They have given us this kind of lesson to take the social responsibility. But from there, what we need to understand, is this. Starting from so many virtues we have seen and listed several guidelines out of it. You can elucidate a lot of guidelines out of it to fulfill this responsibility. First things, social responsibility, ways and means of accepting it. Consider again and again the following. What are they? The right time, which we saw in the beginning. Right time. The crane was showing right time. Right friends. We need to have people who can support us, people who can guide us, who think like us. We say like-minded people, we say. We think like us. And good friends they should be. And right place. You can't do something which is not in an improper place. I always feel that there are certain things which we do improperly. We do something which is not required in a particular place. The right means of income, very important. All the people who are thinking of getting shortcut methods to get money should think this. That's what Chanakya says. He should say, always think that we have to earn money through right income, right way of income. And of course, right ways of spending. How you will have to spend that money if it has come to you. You should not waste it. You should wait for the right time. We have to save it for the future. How Crow did. And from you derive your power. Power is not the going and standing and having one like that, going and whipping everybody. Not that power we are talking about. The power within you. Who is the power within you? The Lord himself. If Lord himself is going to give you power to do things for you, what is our problem? But we never go to him. We always have to respect God. We always have people talking about God is there or not there. What is your problem? There is a Shakti, there is an energy guiding us. Why we should not take it? That's what is a very important thing what we have to do. The right time, right friends, right place, right means of income, right way of spending, and from whom derive your power. We need to consider them again and again and again. We need to work with them. We need to be friends with them. And at the same time, we need to follow them. It is very important. So that's the first essence of social responsibility. The second very important responsibility is coming here. Second and third, actually, probably. Charity puts an end to poverty. I have 15 rupees. The other person needs a 5 rupee. I can give that to him. Then the other person poverty is removed. So charity puts an end to poverty. Righteous conduct to misery. When we are completely miserable, that time our conduct, correct conduct will save us. Only when we make mistake, you become misery. When we feel guilty, when it will happen? When we do wrong things. Even though you gain something, you will not be happy with the gain. Every day you will be very, very scared. What will happen to whatever I have done? Anybody will come and catch us. I will hide here. I will hide there. People do have a lot of money. They have this misery. Money got through wrong means. They are very miserable. When you talk to them, they will talk like as though they are very great, but it is not. They are miserable. Discretion to ignorance. We need to take decision, make our own decisions properly. Discretion, our discretion to ignorance. We should not, the ignorance will go due to our discretion. I have to be selective. what is good and what is bad. That is very important. So, and scrutiny to fear. Why I should fear? Scrutiny, analysis. You analyze. Sorry, you analyze how why what has happened. Then fear will go away. Rain which falls on the sea is useless. We know that. If water goes onto the water tank or and we will get into the mud, it will absorb and it will go into the groundwater. But the rain goes to sea is useless. But it is not useless. Actually, it is not useless to us. It is useful because it will come back again as a when it is getting evaporated. It is useful. But for us, it is useless. Correct. So food for one is satiated. The moment you finish eating, you are saturated and you cannot eat one. Oh, enough, 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 we say. That's the only place we say enough when we are eating. Enough, enough. That when you are, the extra food for the extra food for the people who are already full with their stomach is waste. Similarly, a gift to a very healthy person, you may have everything in the house. You go and give something what's a use to him. And when the lamp is burned during daylight is again useless. So this one we have to keep it very important because we need to see as a citizen, as a socially responsible person, what and when and where we should use things. That's what right place we saw now. Similarly, we need to use our resources correctly. That's what it is. Rain, if it, how the rain is useless when it is on sea, how the food is useless when somebody is full with their stomach, how the a gift given to a wealthy place is useless, how a burning lamp during the daylight time is useless. Your work within a wrong place is useless. We need not go and do something which is not required. We need to really see a place, do a place, select a place and do your work. That is the social responsibility we are talking about. And there is no austerity equal to a bank salary. There is no great property or a very important wealth than a balanced mind. When we take a decision, the mind should think good and bad, values, whether it is correct, whether it is suiting my way of working. All those things should be there. The balanced mind is a very great wealth. And there is no happiness equal to contentment. When you are happy, say, it is enough for me, that is contentment. And contentment gives us happiness. How much ever you give money or anything, you don't feel contented, then you are unhappy. Even when something thrown on him, 10 rupee note, if a millionaire walking a 10 rupees note on the road, he picks that up because he knows that how much our money, it is okay for him. That contentment, going away from greediness will give happiness. So be contented is one of the very important things. It is enough for me. Whatever is coming, it's okay with me. I don't want more. I don't want to accumulate wealth. I will save for my future and that's enough for me. Over. And say, there is no disease like covetousness. I mean, whenever we are having cowardice, we are very scared of everything. It is the big disease. Fear is a big disease. And there is no virtue like mercy. Being mercy, compassionate, giving people support is the most big virtue. Similarly, these are all quotes from Chanakya Niti. I have put it. Similarly, as a person, as a citizen of the country or the citizen of the world and citizen of my own house, what I should do? I should wake up people. How? Or I should myself wake up. I should wake up a student. I should wake up a servant. We should wake up a traveler. I should wake up a hungry person. I should wake up a frightened man. And I should wake up a treasury guard. And I should wake up a steward. Steward is a person who will support us in all the things what we do. We need to wake them up because they should not sleep. Why he says that? Because wherever in one of his songs of our great Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, MGR, is whoever has slept during good times, they make the country poor. They will become bad and they'll make the country also bad. That's what he says. That it's in Tamil, it's a very beautiful, it comes very well. நல்ல பொழுதையெல்லாம் தூங்கி கழித்தவர்கள் நாட்டை கழித்தபடி தானும் கெட்டார். That's what they say. I don't know how many people understand Tamil here. So that sleep of the correct people sleeping in a wrong time it will make the country poor. So making them, pushing them, making them awake is our duty, and also we should be awake. You know that in the when we saw Cox thing, first thing it was telling, it's always been getting up in the right time. So getting up at the right time is very crucial. That's a social responsibility. Okay. So when Chanakya says something about responsibilities, this is what we have to look for. Okay. The next one is very interesting. Once you start working on something, don't be afraid of failure and don't abandon it. So the last stroke of the breaking of the stone is breaking the stone. Till then we keep on hitting the stone. It doesn't break. But the last stroke break it. But which is the last stroke? The last stroke which is making the stone to break into two is the last stroke. But the previous strokes are important. We can't just leave it and go. Very, very, my own personal experience, I can just little share here. It's very interesting. I've been to Wayanad. When I went to Wayanad, there is a place called Edakkal. I love history so much. I wanted to see it. But I used to be very little heavy on that time. Now I've done a lot of things I've reduced, but I was used to be heavy and I was very scared of heights also. Normally, I'm a little vertigo I have. So me and my husband and my son and my driver, all we were going up very, very, it was very difficult to go. We had to catch. There's no proper steps to go there. I was going. After some time, I became very tired. I said, I'm not coming. I just sat. My husband and my son and all just went up. They didn't, okay, you are sitting, sit like that. One person came on, but I was actually feeling very bad. See, God, I wanted to see the Adakal, how I was the one person who was pushing, I need to go, etc., etc. See, I have to give up. Just, it's not even so much I've come, I couldn't go up like that and all. I was blaming myself for sitting. That means I am not, I was very upset about it. One man came, he was a Malayali, he came and told, why you are not going up, he asked me. I said, see, I'm not able to, my legs are aching, it's so tiring, it's so, I'm very much scared to go up, etc. No, don't worry, it is just here only, let me take it. I don't know, he didn't wait for me. He just caught my hand, he pulled me up and I went and saw Edakkal there. Then I felt not even 10 steps above is Edakkal. I would have missed it if at all I had not gone. I have already given up and one person gave me the support. That person is a social person for me. He gave his responsibility to make me see that I will be another such kind of person to somebody else too. So giving up in the last minute is not going to help. Maybe the next stroke is your success. So don't give up. When you start something, complete it. So that is where our social responsibility comes. Nobody is cleaning my street. Nobody is taking effort to do things for my house or nearby places. Don't say nobody. You are the one first to start. You may get people. You may be knowing. My experience in that Wayanad gave me that kind of lesson to me. Never give up. That is what is the important responsibility what as a person we have. People who work sincerely are happiest. As I told you, that man in my school, he works very sincerely and he's going to be very, very happy when their children, daughters graduate and he's going to be proud father of them. There are so many cases coming, auto drivers, children passing IAS and this and that. That means see the amount of zeal they have to bring people up. So the people who are working very hard, they will be very happy. Before you start some work, always ask 3 questions. Why am I doing it? What the results might be, and will I be successful? 3 questions you ask. After starting, if you ask all these questions, it's waste. Before you start, you have to do. Thiruvalluvar says, whatever you do after thinking it very well. But it is very sad that if you think after you finish it. We should not do anything or think about the job after finishing it. I always tell my son, when the results come, he says, oh, I'm result. I said, what is the use of getting fear now? You have to have the fear before writing the exam. So study well that time. Now results will come for whatever you have done. So it is no use of fearing and no use of crying. I got less mark, I must this. No, enough necessity. People committing suicide for that. When they waste time before the exam. After exam, committing suicide, what is the use? So anything what we do, think then start doing, and after start doing it, you should not give up. So that is the very, very big responsibility of a person. Why? Because everything is going to be giving good cause to the society. When we do something positive, it will be a very positive results, which is very enhancing your society. So you are socially doing your duty when you do things after thinking it too many times. If you think that it is not a correct job, it is not a correct thing, or it will not be proper, it will not work out, it is not pessimism, but it is analysis. We think and do. Okay, that's what is very, it's a very important factor which I really like from Sanakya, is that only whatever we do, we need to think 10 times before we start. Then this is again a very crucial point, what I will say. Maintaining secrecy about everything is their prime duty as a citizen. Secrecy, not not about your thing, we have to pay income tax, that's not the thing what we are talking about the country. Whatever we have to be proud about the country. We should not leave out the secrets of the country to others. One. Second thing is, that is for the people who are working for military and things like that. We may not know anything as a common man. What is the secret for us? The secret is secret behind our cleanliness, secret behind our bad deeds, secret behind our bad people around us. Those things, if you start talking, you will be getting, they will get caught. So you need to be very careful. What you know, you keep it to yourself if you know something bad. But if it is harming the society, you should have the courage to come out and talk to. So this is not only maintaining a secrecy, it's maintaining making the secrecy open when it is required also. The one who keeps the secrets intact will be the best supporter of the government. These things comes from Chanakya for particularly the people working for the ministry and people, those people, not only common man. It is for the people who are working. It is for the people who are working for government. They will have to maintain the secret things of the government. These are confidential. Those things shouldn't be open at all. Even in your workplace, when you are going to talk about somebody in your colleague or your subordinate, then it is wrong. You need to maintain that confidentiality. You need to keep that with you. It's very important. That is what the social responsibility, according to our great Chanakya. Integrity and honesty are the foundation to earn money. Money coming in wrong means will give make you misery. That what we have seen before. The misery is something which we don't want to be in. We all want to be contented and happy. But the money comes, if and something comes out of luck, or somebody gave you in a wrong means, it gives you misery. There was a story from Krishna Arjuna. They were walking on the street. Okay, one man was there. He was so poor. So what he did, Arjuna said, "Oh, that man is very poor. Can we give them some money?" Then okay, give. Then what he did, Krishna, he counted. It was 100 coins. So what Krishna did, he took one coin and gave it that left the bag near that man. The man takes the bag. Oh wow, coins, coins. So he started counting. It is 99. You know what happened? He was not happy for that 99, but he started working for that one coin which is supposed to be missing. Because normally people make 100 as a bundle. Where that one coin went? Where that one coin went? He started having that misery. Then Krishna told Arjuna, misery cannot be eradicated when something comes free. It should have his own hard-earned money. People will be very happy. That's what he says. So misery will come when you have wrong money from wrong deeds. When you are even getting 10 rupees out of your own honest earning, you are happy. So that's where people are living today. Everybody, you can see people from in a very, very low, small areas. They are all doing so much work, but they're still happy. They sing, they dance, they're happy. Okay. The prosperity coming out of money that is earned by proper means gives happiness. That's what he says. It's very beautifully put. The money which is coming with proper way, that's what I just shared with you. The happiness comes when you earn it very properly in your own method. People will say, oh, the long people are, so many people are taking a lot of money, they are getting bribed and they're happy. Today, you see How many people are having that fear whether CBI will come and take them, or whenever they go to jail and come out without shame, and people know it is shame, but we know which is "Ugh, such a bad man to work with." But still, is it happiness? Where the happiness comes? What we do at our work, we go to job every day, we earn money, we make something, we buy something. When we started our family, one small things every month we buy, still we cherish them. Oh, I bought it this during my first wedding anniversary, I bought this during my when my son was born, and we did it with very great integrity and honesty. So what we think, we are happy with that, we are contented. But it's not the same case with people taking money and doing getting money in wrong deeds. Even though they're either their children waste, they lose their conduct or character, they just spend badly, those things are there. Very rarely we can see people with lot of money having very great happiness or contentment. That's where we have to look. We should not compare that they are happy in by getting wrong money from wrong dates, but we need should see how unhappy they are personally. That's very important. And this is one other very small thing, which sorry, big thing, which is where it's all coming out of Chanakya, is that where their enemies are attacking the border, it is the responsibility of the citizen to support the king without any reservations. What happened today in our, I'm not talking politics, but I'm saying, who is coming, is it correct, really we had a war, we ask such kind of questions. But if there is something, somebody attacking us, if one dogs or two three people, dogs or cats living together on one group of people, one is attacked, the others comes and support it. Even if you see, the sibling will fight among themselves, but you go and shout at one of the sister or the brother, the other one will come, no no no, she didn't do anything, they come and support. It's like that. We need to be united when there is something happening for the country. We need to be standing. But how many people are doing it today? I'm very much really disappointed with the way with our people are behaving outside the roads. They don't wear masks. They don't keep social distance. They come in groups. They just try to do everything which is against other country. The COVID is going up and up and up. We are a very large country with lot of population. It will spread quickly. We try to do everything, but nobody is supporting. That is, we are fighting an internal war. The unknown enemy called Corona, we are fighting, but how many people are supporting? But it is very important for a citizen, a socially responsibility for the citizen to support the government when there is a the enemies attacking. Enemies means it's not only the people who are man or anything, like how Corona, it is an enemy. So we need to work with that very carefully, and we should support the government. It's your king, it is given, but it is support. It is a government. We call it that as a government. At the same time, it is the responsibility of the citizen not to follow but remove a leader from power who is infected with greed, anger, extreme sexual desires, jealousy, and proud. But when the government or any other person who is a king, we call it as, if they are having love for very high power and greed and also anger and in extremely very high sexual desire, he puts us as kamam in Sanskrit, and jealousy, then proud. These people should be removed. They should not be our people who are leading us. So that's what it is in our hand. Vote for the correct people when it comes to be, so that we get good and very good government to lead us. And the last but not the least, I'm going to really take this in a very sharp way. A good citizen should give importance to education and follow Vedic practices without compromise. What is Vedic practices? I think we have done in the first two sessions, we did what all the Hindu culture, how we should follow certain things, how to, and in the parenting, how to bring up the children. Those things are coming out of education only. So we will not miss anything. Vedic practices and also educate the people. It is not only you educate you, but educate his children and make good citizens of the future. What is good citizenship? We teach them. Today we have seen so much what a good citizen should be. We can teach our children and make them good citizens too. The one who is uneducated wastes his time by doing wrong deed and treated as a dead man. This is a very, very high level exposure for Chanakya. That is, if a person is not educated, they are waste. They will be treated as dead man. Tirukural says, Kannudiyar என்றவர் கற்றோர் முகத்திரண்டு புண்ணியுடையர் கல்லாதவர். That means the eyes are for the people who are educated only. There are eyes. The people who are not educated are treated as blind people. He put that way. But what Chanakya says, he is making them dead only. So social responsibility comes in the form of education. Everybody should be educated. How they should be educated? Educated according to their skills. In the first 2-3 places we saw, without what they should know their ability, they should know their potential, what they are capable, and get educated in that field. Pushing somebody who is not interested in something and they don't do justice to whatever they have studied. Now we are seeing all people who studied civil or anything electric, everybody comes to IT and sit without doing great job. They are really, really suffering. They don't like it. So those things should not happen. As a social person, as a citizen, we need to really, really educate our society. We need to be very careful about it. These are all the certain social responsibilities which I want to share today with you people. And I will take questions. um, I will take questions if you are all there. So social responsibility, as far as the Chanakya is concerned, is something I'm really happy to share today. We are already on time, I think. I will leave that 5 to 10 minutes for the questions if it's there. It'll take 30 seconds.
ரொம்ப லேட் ஆகுது எனக்கு.
எல்லாத்துக்குமே 30.
You are on mute, ma'am.
I am on mute because I'm waiting for the questions. Still, the thing is not over here. In the YouTube, it's still not finished. Any questions?
Ma'am, are you able to see the chat window? There is a question.
I'm because still it's not come. Chat window. I'm not able. I'm able to. I will be able to see now. Just see. Chat window. I'm not able to see the chat window. Still, it's not come. Anything. Nothing has come.
Could I read it out to you, ma'am?
Sorry?
Can I read it out? There is one question.
Yes, please, no.
One parent says, whenever we take it up with thoughts to our knowns, especially small cities, there are some excuses. How to handle such excuses and make people understand?
The answer for that I can give you is that when we have excuses, we don't need to stop with that. We can give explanation what the excuses are all about and tell them this. What you can openly say that what you are saying is excuses only, which can be converted into real time working. Because you know what, the moment normally that is a tendency. Why you are not doing? Oh, sorry, I didn't do it. So why you are late? Because traffic is poor. So that is the excuse what people give. But we can say, if you are going, you know that there's going to be traffic, you can start 10 minutes early, or please be, and we don't wait for the people to come. And normally what we normally do, no, the people, we are waiting for people who come late and start the meeting. So the people who are sitting from the front are completely insulted. So those things we have to convert. A person has to say 10 o'clock is the thing, please come at 10. That's how it is. See, today when we started, there was a network hitch. I could have easily come 2 minutes before to check it, but I got delayed, so it got clogged. We got a problem. So similarly, now we need to understand that where exactly we need to put our foot down and say no excuses. We start looking in those ways, and that needs courage. That's what Chanakya says. We need courage. We need to be strong in putting across our words rather than accepting everybody's, and then it is miserable. Oh, they are saying that what to do. That's what we resign to the fate. That shouldn't be do that way at all.
Okay. Ma'am, one more parent has asked, can you help us to understand whether there are any good management books on Chanakya?
Chanakya's, the whole Chanakya Niti and Arthashastra itself is management. Anything what is there given, it's complete management. To next week, when we're doing philosophy of Chanakya, I'll just touch upon management also. But management is given in every aspects of Chanakya. Today, whatever I have told, it's also management, time management, being strong, working long hours, working properly, working with honesty. Everything comes under management, and how a king should be, how a citizen should be. The responsibilities are given. Again, that is also management. But the entire book, Chanakya Niti, is easily can be converted into an MBA textbook. That itself is management.
Right. One more parent, ma'am, again on excuse only. How to deal with excuse that you can't understand a situation you are doing because of your surroundings? That's what he's asking.
See, those excuses we know. When somebody is telling that you have to come, you have to do something on that particular time, it is raining heavily. We need to understand the circumstance. That excuse can be taken. Today, I have not called so many people for my son's wedding because of COVID. That's not an excuse for me. That's a situation, environmental issue for me. So I can't say, I won't call it as an excuse. That's a fact. The facts cannot be excuses. The fact can be facts only. So those things which is coming out of facts and environmental problems are not excuses. It is an acceptable reason. So there is a difference between giving reasons and giving excuses. So when it is really done, when it is correct and it is proper and it is genuine, then the things can be taken as reasons and not excuses. So that is acceptable. Another question?
Okay, I think these are the questions which I'm seeing on the chat window, ma'am.
But some of them have given some feedbacks, right? Like
One person has said, many people have thanked you for the wonderful session, ma'am, of course. And one more last question, I think. Ma'am,
Yeah,
there are divergent thoughts in Manusmriti and Chanakya Niti,
yeah,
whilst both talks about governance and giving justice.
yeah.
So I
See,
think, yeah.
Chanakya Niti is very practical. Manusmriti is in that situation. What was Manusmriti was written much before Chanakya. There are some differences of opinion. Somebody says Chanakya Niti is come derived out of Manusmriti, and somebody say Manusmriti is out of Chanakya Niti. The timelines are not very clear on that. But as far as I am concerned, Manusmriti is being done on the basis of the situation prevailed during that time. Okay, and Chanakya Niti has been derived not only on the basis of the situation derived that time, but also taking things in future. Chanakya is a fortune, it's a, you can see foresee things. Manusmriti was like okay, whatever happened during that time when Manu or somebody was there, on that basis that Manusmriti was coined. And there also 90% is suiting what is the current situation. Maybe 10% here and there is there. Chanakya Niti, we have only 2% deviation for whatever we have. Otherwise, Chanakya has given correct kind of situations, what will be happening in future, and coined laws according to it. He never called as Smriti, he called as Dharma and Niti. He says that how way of living is all about, rather than this should be. He has given something called Dandaniti, that is punishments. That is different. So that is also little from the Manusmriti, but Dandaniti also relates to whatever happening today from Chanakya's side. I'm not calling Manusmriti wrong. Manusmriti was taken on the situation which has prevailed over that time, but yet it is almost matching what happening today. But 98% matching happening with Chanakya.
Thank you. Do we have time for one last question?
That's what Ganesh, we have seen it.
Yes.
Amrish says, like, ma'am, is there any spiritual responsibility given by Chanakya to be practiced by everybody? Only one thing he said: follow Vedic culture, follow Vedic roots. That itself is spiritual. Meditation, yoga, taking care of your health, going to temple, praising the Lord, and giving thanks to the power who is giving power to you. Those things are spiritual. And he's already told that in all the places. Yes, Chanakya says follow Vedic culture. That one thing is enough. That is, and he has explained it in a very big way. But we can take it in that very big culture only. One Miss Aditi has asked, ma'am, are punishment the way of corrections? Punishments cannot be the way of correction. Punishment the way of punishing wrong deeds. Corrections can be consequences. Their children have to nullify, or the adults have to nullify what they did wrong. Earlier, when there was situations where when we make small error, they will be asked to go to some place to do social work and all. That is correction. Punishment is for the complete thing which is given against what the unruly thing somebody has done. Killing, raping, all those things require punishment. It is not correction. We can't correct for animal which has gone wild. That is what, when you put that word correctly. If the thing is out of our control, there is no correction. There is only punishment. When there are two things, he says one word, very beautiful word he has told. When there is a very bad man who is doing wrong deeds and a snake, I prefer to live with the snake, he says. That too venomous snake, he says that. When a murga and a poisonous snake is there, Sharpa, I prefer live with the poisonous snake rather than that murga. He says that. So punishment has to be there, whether it is right or wrong. If people are deviating from the normal human behavior, they need to be punished.
Shoma.
Yep.
Yeah, I think those are.
Yeah, done. All the questions are finished.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
Lately, I started getting the questions in my inbox.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, network.
Not
Thank you,
network.
ma'am.
Actually, it
Yeah,
is 20, 30 minutes. The seconds gap is there. Anyway.
sure, sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you on behalf of all parents once again for such a wonderful session. Many points like transformation of bad government to good government if people know their responsibility, and very amazing point from Chanakya Niti regarding how we have to learn excellent qualities from animals. That was really something new, and I'm sure parents enjoyed that. And ways and means of accepting social responsibility is something which was just an eye opener, and I really loved those points. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you again. I'm parents. I'm sure you all are enjoying ma'am's session. Please pass the word, and so that many of your friends also can join, and many other parents also can join ma'am's sessions. Please join ma'am's session immediately next week. That is on 12th. Again on Chanakya, a holistic philosopher. And please share and like our page on YouTube. Thank you once again for joining. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And please take time to fill the feedback forms, parents. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Edu. Like, I am really, really honored and happy to share Chanakya because he's one of the ideal person in the whole world, I think, to talk about anything under the earth. Very
Very nice.
learned, very honest, very sincere, very, very, very great human being. So we need to bring his ideas out and enlighten everybody in the world so that we live in a better society in future. So
Yeah,
thank you for giving this opportunity to me.
definitely, ma'am. Your
I'm
sessions,
eager to meet all the parents again next.
yeah, your sessions itself is such a great example you're giving for social responsibility, ma'am. You're taking the responsibility and spreading the word for us on all these wonderful sessions. So I'm sure it will help us, and we look forward to all your sessions, ma'am. Thank you for your time,
Thank you
and
very much.
thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.